What's up, guys? Back again with the Gold Horse. We're going to do another mod to it, something a little different. I'm going to add a sling to it just because I've been wanting to do that, and I figured I'd do a video because not too many videos are out there for this gun, and it seems like I've been helping people lately because it's gaining popularity, and a lot of people are really wanting to do things to this gun. And I figured this would be a great opportunity to show y'all how to install a sling on it. So let's check it out. So the parts you're going to need a stud kit, and you're going to need a set of swivels. And we'll get to that in a second. But the stud kit is pretty basic. You have your the part that will go into the stock. They're kind of like a wood screw. And then this one is a finer thread, so you would drill a hole in your end cap if it doesn't have a hole, and you'll put the nut on it with one of these white washers. But I'm going to actually put it on the end cap, figure out how long it is past where it needs to be, and then I'm going to actually trim this down so that it doesn't stick down into the mag tube. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and drill this out. And all I did was I matched up the drill bit with just slightly smaller so that the threads would catch than the stud. So we're going to take this, okay. And then I'm going to take one of our swivels. I'm going to use that like a wrench to go ahead and, if I can get this thing open, there we go. We will go ahead and stick this swivel on the stud and use it like a wrench to twist it in. Oops, broke the washer, but that's all right. Try and pull that out of there quick. Okay, so we'll just spin that all the way down. There we go. Just like that. Straighten it out. Okay, we're good. There's your rear swivel stud installed. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and remove the end cap. Okay, the spring will come out like that. And then put it over here. Go ahead and put that through. Okay, yeah. See, we have a whole lot of extra in there. So, from there, we could cut it down to about there. Okay. All right, so we figured out where we're going to go ahead and cut this down, and I'm going to mark it, and I'll get this set up in the vise, and we'll trim it down. All right, so we got it clamped in the vise here. I spun the nut on all the way down. We're just going to give it a little snug, and I'm going to trim it off just past the nut, so there's a couple threads there, but it also keeps it as tight to the cap as possible. Go ahead and turn the speed up, put it on 4. Okay, and we can, oh, that's a little warm. Let that cool off a second. We'll spin the nut off and that'll clean up the edge of the threads, and we can go ahead and put it in the cap. Alright, so now that we got all of our parts together, I went ahead and put the swivel on the stud that I cut down. And I'm going to take a little bit of the sleeve retainer because I don't want the thing loosening up. And we're going to put just a tiny bit on there. You don't need a lot. Like, that's more than enough. Just a tiny little bit. Let it soak into them threads a little. Okay, you're going to go ahead and take your cap. Put it in a vise like that. Stick this up through. Grab your nut with a pair of pliers. And I should be able to stick my finger in there. I was going to try the pliers to get the nut started, but I think I could do it without. Nope. That's the only hard part about having this stud real short. But I didn't want the nut, I didn't want the stud to be too long to the point where it might poke too far in and limit the capacity a little bit. Okay, so I got the nut threaded on, and I'm just going to stick my pliers in there and just tighten it up a little bit. Okay. Just give it a little spin like that, tighten it up real good. Okay. It's nice and tight now, and you're ready to go ahead and put it back together. Alright, so now that we have our cap with the swivel stud installed, you're going to go ahead and push your spring back in. Just slowly push it down in, okay, and then just kind of wiggle it until you can get it started. I spin it backwards to get the threads to fall in, and just get it started a couple threads like that. And once you do that, you can actually use this to spin it down. Okay, give that a little snug, and there you go. Swivel stud and your other swivel stud installed. And here it is with the sling installed. As you can see, it just clips right on. This one actually happens to have the QD clips on it, but yeah, came out pretty nice. Really happy with it. Very simple install, and it just looks great. Thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all viewing the videos and everything in the comments. If you have anything, any questions, any concerns, anything, drop me a comment. I'll get back to you as quick as I can. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.